Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Round 10 of Monsterenergy AMA Supercross is upon us, and it's been quite the series so far. We could start right here with Jet Lawrence's ascendancy, having now won 2 in a row for the first time in his 450SX career, or we could start with the chaos that's been the 250SX class, or more specifically Hayden Deegan's sophomore season of learning some hard lessons. Or the fact that Tom Vialli has apparently figured out Supercross, and we've yet to see wins from Eli Tomac, Jason Anderson, Max Anstey, Cameron McAdoo, Seth Hamaker, Triple Crown Fever this week in Indianapolis, and with it will come more chaos. The track here is typical Indy, it's soft, and even from the little the guys rode today, they were having to back out of a triple because of ruts. There was a table-to-table that was pretty easy, but guys were screwing it up, and yeah, it's gonna get gnarly. The steepness of some of the jumps took riders like Ken Roczen by surprise because, in his opinion, riders are gonna be dragging their pegs. I think the Dirt Works guys are gonna make some track alterations after today to lessen the angle of the jumps. One rider who looked pretty good though, even with the ruts, was Chase Sexton, who told me he's been back riding for a couple of weeks from his hand injury, and it's more of a pain to open bottles and things like that than riding. We no longer have 7 riders separated by 19 points. Instead, this championship fight is realistically down to 3 contenders, and the points have spread out considerably. Indy will be a challenging, rut-filled track that will be full of surprises. Oh, and it's a triple crown. Each week we will meet here and discuss who has the momentum and what the championship chase looks like. It's an easy way to break it all down. Let's see how the points stack up for the championship battle as we head into Indianapolis. Jet Lawrence, 185 points. If Daytona was a statement win, then what do we call the win in Alabama? Jet has seemed to eliminate the mistakes, and he's on a win streak. He's won 4 out of 9 races on the season. Even with his mistakes, he's still up 13 points on Webb. He's carrying the most momentum heading into Indy, and it's the most momentum that he's had all season long. Jet Lawrence is red hot. He's won 2 races in a row and has extended his points lead to a scary amount for most. If they can't slow his momentum, he may be out of here. Jet is looking for his 3rd straight win and 5th of the series. Lawrence continues his rapid ascension through the all-time AMA wins list with his 44th sitting 14th all-time and 1 behind Brock Glover for 13th at 45. Cooper Webb, 172 points. Man, if it weren't for Webb, this championship chase would be really boring right now. Webb had his chance in Alabama. He kept Jet within 3 seconds for the majority of the race, but he couldn't ever get close enough to make it a battle. The good news is that Webb knows how to play the long game. He will drag this fight out until the very end. Webb kept Jetson in sight last weekend, but the points are slowly slipping away. It has to be a difficult thing to be riding so spectacularly, but still have that not be enough. Webb had no choice but to settle for a runner-up ride after Lawrence's near-flawless performance. Webb kept the rookie phenom within a controllable distance but was unable to bridge the gap, losing 3 more championship points. It was Webb's 4th podium of the season and 58th of his 450 SX class career and 6th on a Yamaha. Chase Sexton, 165 points. 20 points isn't terrible at this stage in the game, but it's not good. Sexton is going to have to jump over 2 very solid riders in order to win this championship. That's no small feat. He's going to have to finish on the podium the rest of the races and hope for some bad luck from Lawrence and Webb. He's also going to have to throw a couple more wins on the board if he wants to go back-to-back. His hand is getting better each week, so he's got that going for him. He needs to ramp up the intensity quickly to avoid going a full round's worth of points out of things. Luckily, he's back riding during the week, and this was a hard track to make things happen, so I think you will see that coming up in these next few weeks. Eli Tomac, 159 point. Eli Tomac doesn't have margin for error in this championship. His lackluster main event in Birmingham pushed the points to a precarious position. To say Tomac is out of the championship picture now, barring a miracle. He was another guy I expected a good main out of after the heats, but it never happened. He made some objectively good passes up inside the top 10, but losing those couple of spots he did at the very end was tough, especially at this point of the year. It's hard for things to be much worse for the former champion right now from a momentum standpoint. Ken Roczen, 153 point. In 2023, Ken Roczen won the 450 SX class. We'll find out on Sunday morning whether he'll be able to do that again this year and put the rest of the class in their place. Roczen made his 142nd 450 SX class start, tying Andrew Short for 15th on the all-time list. He would score his 67th career 450 SX class podium, moving him into 9th past Jeff Ward on that list. With his 93rd top 5 finish, Roczen is only 4 from tying Ricky Carmichael for 7th on the top 5's list. He will be attempting to score a top 3 spot in the championship as he is sitting 5th right now.